welcome back to another YouTube video. For today's video, I thought that it would be fun to try styling the wig. So if you didn't already see, I got a wig. I will leave the playlist and everything up above explaining, but I'm really getting into it now. I'm getting more confident and comfortable with it and wearing it out more often. I've been wearing it out on the streets shopping. I've been wearing it to dinner, and so I thought that it would be fun to try styling it because I've really only been just wearing it in this one way, which is how it is air dried. So I thought that it would be fun to just see if I could maybe curl it or just do other things with it. And I like doing stuff like this on a day like today where I can just kind of play around with it at home, you know, just like from the comfort of my own home, just ahead of time. That way if something comes up, like I want to go to, say, like a wedding or a nice event, or I just want to have my hair curled for the fun of it or just styled differently, then I already know how to do it ahead of time rather than like stressing out on the day of and like working against time and the clock and everything to like get ready to leave at a certain time. I can just honestly, I have all the time in the world today. I can just kind of chill and figure it out and take my time with it. This is just the stuff that I love to do. So anyways, I felt like I needed to consult the professionals for this because I have obviously never had a wig before. I've always had fine thin hair. I know how to do my own hair, but dealing with thicker nice hair is totally new to me. So I went to go see my hairstylist Eddie, and I did film that. So I went to him to get my highlights because I still am wearing my hair up when I go to the gym, when I'm just, you know, hanging out around the house, still in a lot of scenarios. So even though I always wear it up when I'm not wearing the wig, I still want it to, I don't know, look as nice as I can make it. So yeah, I went to him for my color and we played around with the wig stuff. So, and he showed me so many good tips. He is so knowledgeable about wigs. So I'm going to roll that clip now. Alright, so I you can go over here. I want to intro you. Okay, so hi, this is Eddie. He does my hair. He is amazing. I've been going to him for years, following him around anywhere he goes because no one is better than him at blonde, and he's just amazing. Yeah, we're gonna play with the wig stuff today, and he just showed me all these little tools that I need. There's so many accessories that come with wig stuff, but he's so knowledgeable, so
I'm excited to share it.
So what Eddie showed me how to do was putting the pins in. So first he showed me just to pin it, you know, back on the side so that it's out of the way. But apparently it's really important when you're styling it to make sure that the head is pinned to the, what do you call this styrofoam head? The styrofoam head. So that when you're pulling the curlers or the blow dryer or whatever, it's not coming off the wig. So he showed me, we put the pin in, not in the part, but just off to the side right here, and not to push the pin all the way in. He also showed me a really good tip, which is that the pins should be very, very fine so that it's not like damaging the wig. So this is how fine the needle is. It's much smaller than even the T-pins that he showed me. So yeah, we pinned it in. You can see the part, maybe if we tip it forward like this. Yeah, just off to the side, right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and we pushed it in. Not all the way, but just right there.
Oh.
And then he showed me to pull it off the hair off to the side like this, and where the temple is, to pull the wig forward, and then you pin it in on the side, on both sides. And then he told me on the bottom to pull it back right here, and then also to pin it, but not in this really thin part on the bottom, but where it's a little bit thicker right there. That way it really stays down.
That's wonderful, Jeremy. Do you want to hold her and I'll show you the rollers that we use?
Yeah, let's do the rollers.
We are coloring and doing a wig tutorial setup.
Yeah.
Here's your new toy.
I realized it's so different. Oh, I should have clipped it on there.
Yeah,
Well,
you have your
anyways.
clip there anyway.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're good to go.
Okay, so this, it's like a silky little piece there. Yeah. We got these. And then he said that this is like a curler and you get that kind of nice wave. So you said to do what? To just take it from the side?
Do you want to wrap it, like manipulate it?
Okay.
Kind of like it's like you're tying a shoe or tying a bow.
Okay. So does it matter from where? Do I need to section it like you showed me? Okay. So the other thing, I'm learning all the tips today. He showed me that when you're, doing the hair, to like section it off. So I'll do like...
I can be your assistant and hold the little roller. You're welcome. And then take this and use like a nice wrapping system.
So we still go forward like that?
Push it forward to create some body.
Okay.
Yep.
And then here?
I've never used these before, so there's really no wrong answer. I picked them up just for fun. Because AJ from Wig Plus on 14th Street recommended these because there's no heat. And it's really safe for you to try. And I would say you could probably clamp it with and that is just gonna create like a little wave.
Yeah. Which I like because then I feel like it gets the hair to be out of my face, And it like gives it
literally just like that.
Yeah.
And obviously you would do it after blow drying it or refreshing it.
And then...
Could you imagine how much I talk to myself in my head when I do your hair?
No, probably a lot. I don't know how you like speak to me and do this at the same time. Go about halfway. Oh, and then to wrap the hair around, but not in the same place where it's already on the roller.
So the hair is the circumference of the surface of the Velcro roller is laying, the hair is laying on the...
Right.
Yeah.
And then he also told me that the piece at the end, if I leave it out, it'd be like a beachier wave. And then if I put it in, it's more of like a, I don't know.
Traditional curl, yeah.
Oh.
So stay tuned for Taylor's color that we're touching up with Shades EQ for a beautiful root top and gloss. Tahitian sand and buttercream, it's my go-to for Taylor's hair color. Shlomi did such a beautiful job on matching the hair color that I created. Now I am matching his hair color and we're going to coordinate everything together, and Taylor has this wonderful to-go kit of mannequin head, the 21-inch mannequin stand is coming too. So I wanted to make sure Taylor was set up to do all of this at home.
Yeah, so nice. Thank you. Okay, so here's the final color. I think it looks so good. So we tried to do, match it back to the same, color as the wig. That way when I'm not wearing the wig, it still looks like my hair and everything, looks seamless. And I think it came out really good. I really like it.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Buttercream and Tahitian sand.
Hi, okay, so we're back. So Eddie totally didn't have to do that. He was so nice to take the extra time to walk me through everything. It's just like out of the goodness of his heart, he just is such a nice person. And honestly, one of the things I was worried about when I first made the decision to get a wig was telling people, and obviously telling my hairstylist. I didn't want him to be worried that, I would stop going to him or whatever. Like, I still am, needing to do things for my own hair. So obviously I'm going to continue going to him. But he, like, when I told him, I was like, I need to tell you something. And he just took it so well and was so kind and understanding. And he's so knowledgeable about wigs. He does wigs for other clients in terms of like, washing them and styling them for them and then like returning them back to them. So he is just such a great resource. And when I went to go see him, he gave me all these things. So he was like, you're going to need this, you're going to need this, you're going to need this. So one of the things was this. So this is a styrofoam head. So the place that I bought the wig from, Shlomi Mor, they did give me a list of all these items. So before we style it, let's do a wig haul, and I'm just going to show you all the accessories, because one of the things I'm learning is that wigs have a lot of accessories, and who doesn't like accessories? You know, might as well make it fun, right? So styrofoam head, and this thing, it's like a tripod that you just stick into here, but it's not like a camera tripod, because the camera tripod has a specific little piece that fits cameras. This is much bigger than that, and it just fits like wig heads. But this, you see, as you can see, you secure it onto a table, but Eddie was actually telling me that it would be even better to get a tripod that stands up on the ground. That way you could have it any height you need, and he told me to get a really good sturdy one. So yeah, Wig Accessories haul. These pieces. This was a brush recommended by Shlomi. So this is the iconic brush from Shlomi Wigs. I'll actually leave this stuff linked in the description box, all the stuff that I can find. Some of it was from Amazon, like this brush was from Amazon. So yeah, I like this. And then, okay, one of the things that Eddie gave me was pins, because one of the really good tips he told me was that the pins that are bigger can potentially damage the wig, and that it could like rip it or just cause damage over time. But if you have these really fine ones, obviously it causes less damage. So he actually gave me these from his own collection. He said that these are like, he doesn't even know if they make these anymore. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to not lose these. So I put them on this little like thing that I sewed. This was like something I was just playing around with making, and it didn't come out so good, but it's like a little pink heart puff, and so I just stuck them in there, and I just keep them on my dresser so that I don't lose them. Eddie gave me this whole bag of stuff. I am so grateful. So these are heatless satin flex rods. So these are like heatless, you know, curls if I want to, you know, not damage the hair so much. Okay, this is an invisible mesh hairnet. He said that this is just for like, okay, if I was traveling with the wig, for example, instead of like traveling it with it on this big head, because that's a lot to carry around, you just take one of these mesh hairnets and like put it around the wig. That way the hair is not flying everywhere and like tugging and ripping out. So I actually thought that was a really smart idea. So he gave me some of these. People are just so nice in the world. And he also gave me this. He said that this, I'm like, what is this? He said that it's like basically finger combing, because it's wide. So once you have, say, curled the hair, you want to just, you know, kind of finger comb it through, so it's not completely taking the curl out. It's just like zhuzhing it a little bit. So yeah, and then one of these, and these are the bigger pins, so to keep the wig in place. So that's nice to have as well. This comb, which is for styling, so that's amazing. And then he also gave me one of these little combs as well, because this is a pretty fine diameter. And then he also gave me some of these pins and some of these rollers. These are ceramic and ionic, smooth and volume, 4 1¼ inch self-grip rollers. So yeah, these are just like Velcro rollers. And then these are the types of clips that keep the rollers in place. So he gave me a ton of these, which this is just the type of thing that I, you know, would never need to find. The cool thing about living in New York City is there are so many shops for like wigs and for like hairstylists and stuff. So he also gave me the name of someone at a store, and like their business card, he's like, he was like, tell Taylor to come in and see me and I'll show her all the things that she needs. So yeah, I don't know, sorry, people are so nice. And then this was the shampoo and conditioner that was recommended by Shlomi. So it's the Pureology Hydrate shampoo for dry color treated hair. So yeah, I also ordered these. And then this is the Paul Mitchell Flexible Style Super Sculpt. So this is fast drying styling glaze. So yeah, maybe I'll actually try this today. We'll see. But yeah, this is supposed to be for styling the hair. So this is the kit that Shlomi recommended from Amazon. This is another head. So this is like a bigger, more of like a fabric head. And again, you know, it has this on the bottom. So I guess I told Eddie that I was getting this one too. He said that this one is good for if you just washed the wig, because, you know, if you put something wet on fabric, the fabric's also kind of going to be wet. So he just said, I don't know, it's just nice to have two of them. So yeah, this and this. All right, so let's get set up and start styling. All right, all set up. So let's put the wig on the head thing. The funny thing about all this, and like that I told Eddie, was that it's so different doing someone else's hair versus doing your own hair. Like working, rather than, you know, going like this and working on things, you are working on somebody else. It almost feels like when it's like this. So it's just a different way of getting used to. Yeah, so this actually feels pretty secure on here. I hope that it's not. The thing is that I definitely don't want the head to be too big because I don't want it to stretch out my wig. So this almost feels pretty tight. I think for the sake of it, I'm going to go actually with the styrofoam head. Definitely not as nice looking as the other head. However, I like that it doesn't fit and stretch it out. So, alright, perfect fit. So let's put that on there. So the very first thing, and this is the first time that I am doing this at home by myself without Eddie, is I remember one of the first things he said is how to pin it. So I'm going to take one of these tiny pins and pin it, he said, not right where the part is, but right off to the side. So I'm just going to pin it right there. So that secures it down. And then one on each temple area if you pull this back. Okay, right there. And then one underneath in the back on each side as well. Okay, so she's pretty secure. This is not going anywhere. So first, let's brush it out. So the curling iron that I like to use is this one from T3. It has different attachments for different types of curls. So obviously this one is huge because this hair is so short. I really think that all this would do is just give it some volume, but it's not going to give it much curl. So maybe I can play around with that in the future, but I don't think it's the right type of curl for today. This one gets smaller towards the end, and it's just not the type of curl that I love. I mean, sometimes it does come out good though. Sometimes I'll do this for like a ponytail or something cute, but I feel like this is just the most normal one. This is 1 inch, I believe. So just like a regular curling iron. So I'm going to plug this in and heat this up. Curling iron is heated. I'm going to put some heat protectant on this hair. This is natural human hair, so it can take the same styling products and everything else that you would do to your own hair. Obviously, since it is a wig, it's not growing back, so I really don't want to damage this. Anyways, all right, let me just do it. Sorry, I'm like a little bit nervous because obviously like I spent so much on this and it's important to me to keep it. So anyways, okay, well, let me just, all right. This is from Beyond the Zone. It's called Turn Up the Heat. What I like about this is that it's very light and you can spray it on wet or dry hair, and it's not too like, you know, greasy, weighing the hair down sort of a thing. Okay. So for the first piece, I'm actually going to take from the back just to test, because I don't want to like take it from the front, say it like burns and crisps off, just in case, because if I do that from the front, then that's like, obviously the front piece is more important than like a little piece in the back. And that way also I can see how well the hair curls and how long I actually need to hold the curling iron on the hair for. And I'm just wrapping it around. So this curling iron does not have a clamp. So you just wrap it around and it gives it like a nicer kind of curl. How well you guys can see, but it came out okay. It is a shorter piece in the back. Yeah, that didn't come out so good, to be honest. So let's try maybe from the back a longer piece from the top, kind of like, you know, a piece like this. Because this curling iron has no clamp and it's super hot, it does come with a glove just to protect your hand. Let's curl the hair back. I'm going to count how many seconds I'm holding it for. So that's about 20 seconds, which is a decently long amount of time. And what I'm going to do as well is just kind of hold the hair in the curled position and let it cool off. I find that when I do that, just from having hair extensions and both clip-ins and the K-tips that I had in my head, that this thicker type of hair, it just works better when you do that. And it does take longer, but I don't know, it just helps. I'm gonna let it cool off. And that's kind of what's fun about styling a wig as well, is that say if you are styling it for an event like a wedding or whatever, this does take some time, but you can do it ahead of time. Like you can do it like a day or two before, style your wig, like let the curls set in rollers or whatever else, and then when it's time for the event, just take it all out and then it's already, you're good to go, and it takes like no time at all. So that's kind of nice. All right, I'm turning the head so you can see. But yeah, that's the first curl. It's very pretty actually. It did make the hair much shorter, and this is one of the things I want to find out too, is like whether or not I want to cut it a little bit shorter. And one of the indicators for me is if I curl it and it becomes way too short, then I definitely don't want to cut it shorter, because I still want to be able to wear it curly and not have it be like super short. So yeah, that's the first curl. So I'm just gonna keep curling all around the head and then let it cool, and then like finger comb through it to, you know, make a nice little look. So what I've just done is sectioned off the hair where I split it in the center and then pinned the top half of the hair to the top of the head, and then I just started curling the bottom layer of the head. So now you can kind of see inside the wig how it's created. It looks like it's just these little strips that are attached to mesh. So yeah, first layer done. All right, so I'm back. It is curled. I did all the layers, and now I am just going to let it sit for a bit. I'm not going to hairspray it until after I finger comb through it, but right now I'm just going to let it sit to let it fully cool off. It's pretty much almost already there, but I just want to give it as much time as possible. Like I can still feel some heat right here. And then we'll finger comb it and kind of see, like, do we like this or not? Like, will I be doing this again in the future or not? Because right now it seems like very done up and curly, very like cutesy, which I think is cute, especially for like with like little sundress in the summer. But I have to put it on to really see. So yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a bit. All right, back. It's been about 20 or 30 minutes. I just took Janie for a walk, And I'm going to finger comb through it. So I'm going to use the tool that Eddie gave me on the wider side and kind of just lightly, you know, go through it so that it's not like taking the curl out completely, but it's just loosening it up a bit so that it's not like too curly. Oh yeah. So that looks nice, but I definitely want to put it on and see how it feels when it's on my head. So I'm going to unpin the pins and I'm gonna have to put my hair into a low bun. So I have these tiny thin little blonde hair elastics that I use. So I just take my rat tail comb and put it in the lowest bun possible. And I just kind of do like that, honestly. I just loop it around once. Doesn't really matter as long as it's out of the way. And then the hair grip. So I am wearing makeup right now, and one of the things that they told me was to make sure that you put the wig on first before doing makeup, which is what I have been doing, but today, since I styled it and now I'm just trying it on, I might get a little bit of makeup on it, but it's not like I'm doing that every day. And obviously, like when you wash it and stuff, that will come off, but it was one of the things they told me. First, I put it kind of down on my forehead, and then bringing my fingers around, I pull it back. I clip the clip in the very back under my little bun that I made, and then I, around the sides, sort of pull it down in the front, everything, adjust it, make sure that no hair is caught and that nothing is poking out on the sides. Okay. There's like a mirror behind the camera that I put so that I could see myself, but wow. Okay, so this is a lot of volume. It's fun. Is it me? I don't know, because I've never had this much hair, so it's kind of like not normal for me. But I do think if I brush it out a little bit more, that it'll calm it down a little bit. What do you guys think? Is it, do you think it looks nice? Do you think that this would be nice for like an event or something? A wedding, I don't know, special occasion, something, a party I get invited to, I don't know. I definitely need to look at it from the back. Always double check the back and brush it out. Okay, so I do think it's cute. It's pretty hair. I don't think that it looks so much like a wig. It definitely looks like it could be natural. This style though, with it like being short and curled so much like this, I feel like makes me look a little bit more mature, which is not a bad thing. I kind of want to figure out how to style it maybe more like the Elsa pics and things like that, where it's not like so Shirley Temple curls, but it's more of like a cool girl kind of style where it's not just straight, but it just has a little bit of wave to it. So yeah, I think maybe I will see if this like dies down a little bit, because this is fun and sophisticated, but I don't think I would just wear this every day. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think like this much volume and curl looks better if the hair is longer. That I think is really beautiful, but since it's short, I just feel like it needs a different type of curl. So if anyone knows what I can do differently, then let me know. I might try next time. One thing that Eddie was telling me was to leave out the very end piece and don't curl the end of it. But every time I try to do that, it just doesn't come out right. So yeah, I think I need some more tips and stuff, but this is fine for now. Maybe I just need to get used to it you know, I always do feel more comfortable when I put it a little bit behind my ear right here. So I do think that helps. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I'll definitely be trying more types of styling it as well. I definitely, once I wash it for the first time, then I will maybe try putting it in some curlers or something and letting it just dry naturally in the curlers to get it some volume at the top. There's just so many fun things to explore with the wig, and I'm really starting to have fun with it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of the curled wig style? And yeah, that's it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe as always, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.